excited to be joined by one of the stars of one of my favorite shows, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Marin Hinkle, who is nominated for an Emmy for Best Supporting Actress for the role of Rose Wiseman. Welcome and congratulations.
Thanks so much. It's great to be here.
Yeah, well, so I got to ask you, how did it feel when you heard about this nomination?
I was so baffled, surprised, and thrilled. I mean, I've been working on the show for a couple of years, and it's luckily a show people enjoy. And I just thought, it was just one of those pieces of news where you go, I can't believe this. I had to pinch myself all day. I was biking.
I read that you were on a bike in Martha's Vineyard. Or did you hop off the bike? What do you do in that moment? Are you biking and on the phone?
You know what? Because I was with my son, and there's a priority. The son is more important than work. So you don't want to ever do anything that makes him feel seconded.
Of course, of course.
So I did both things. I told my son, and I told the skies, and I almost jumped in the water. You know where Jaws took place?
Yeah.
It was right at that moment. It was right where Jaws was. I don't know what that means.
Wow. I mean, what a place to find out. What a place to find out. Well, one of the things you also said about this nomination is that the gravity wasn't lost on you because the sense of being a woman of a certain age.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I'm in my 50s, and, it's harder probably in my field to get work at that time. And I honestly was just so lucky to get a job. I've gone for periods of time with no work. And so honestly, awards are lovely, but the truth is getting to go to work is what I actually value the most. So it is hard. I think that it's there's ageism in this profession, as you know, and so the truth is I get to play a woman who's a bit older, and I am a bit older. So
one of the things that I read in another interview with you was about how earlier on in your career you were almost encouraged to change your appearance. Has that changed at all in Hollywood?
I think it has. I think that when I go see film now, when I see other TV shows, I think people's different, unusual characteristics are allowed, whereas when I think I started out, there was a sense of a little more cookie cutterness. So I think it is changing. I do, actually.
Well, I have to say, season 2 of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was so fun to watch. Your character get to jaunt off to Paris and live her best life for a minute, really focus on herself. Is there anything that you can tell me about where we pick up with her in season 3? I'm dying to know any thread.
Emmy and Dan, who run the show, are off with your head if you say anything. I can say that the kind of wonderful, wild responses we've seen her have before, whether it be in the temple in that first year, or, she lets her explosive side come out. So how about that? That's what I will say.
Okay, that's good.
I'm going to explode.
I can take that.
There's a little explosion, or maybe many.
That I can work with. You mentioned Amy Sherman-Palladino, who you said you had a really life-changing experience working with her. How has it been on set compared with other experiences you've had?
Amy sort of treats things as if it's a small piece of theater, and so she allows the life to happen without these close-ups where it's just looking at our face. So I think what's been great is that my love of expressing something in a large way is sort of celebrated, and people's own idiosyncrasies are, they said something about Rachel being able to use her hands in this way, and I feel like we're allowed to have the whole body be alive. And in other shows, I have felt like it's all sort of about this face stuff. So I love that.
I feel like the costumes would really help me get into the mood if I were ever in that.
I sometimes say that 90% of what I'm doing is just having the wig, the eyelashes, the lipstick, and the bra. But there's a little acting too.
Yeah. Well, we here at AMTDM are huge fans of Tony Shalhoub, and we actually,
oh my God.
When we had Rachel Brosnahan and Michael Zegan here, we made them play a game called Tony or Baloney about truth and lies about Tony Shalhoub, some trivia. So I'm going to ask you, do you have a favorite fun fact about Tony?
The romper stuff that he did. I think he really enjoys being really kooky and adorable and childlike. And so one of my favorite things about him is he's like a little elf. He's just like a little elf. You want to take him home or give him as a Christmas present every year. He's so dear.
Yeah. I mean, it was so much fun to watch the Catskills scenes from last season. Yeah. Did you actually get to go up there to film a lot of those?
Yeah. We went to a resort that sort of was falling apart a little bit, and they kind of redid it in the 50s. And it was magical. It made me think that everybody should have a summer vacation for about a month where all New Yorkers get to go and just live with each other. That it should be required in all jobs.
I mean, that would be...
It would be perfect.
Delightful.
Right?
Well, the Emmys are coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm so curious, do you ever still get starstruck when you're on the red carpet or anything?
So my son went with me last year, and Benedict Cumberbatch was like on my train of my dress, and I didn't care if like the whole thing was ripped off, because I was like, Benedict Cumberbatch is like, by osmosis, I've got a little of his amazingness. And so it's stuff like that I don't even know what to say. He actually said something to me, I guess. I don't remember it at all. My son does. But it's people like that, or Ewan McGregor, or the Scarlett Johansson, or any of these people that you've like watched as superheroes, literally superheroes. And you just don't know what to say to them. So you just kind of look at them and sweat.
Do you find that people are starstruck with you, or they come up to gush about the show, at least to you?
No. It's funny. I don't think I exactly look like Rose. So there's never any real sense of being, only when I actually have the wig on. People even on set, if I show up like this, I can stand next to someone I've been working with for 3 years and like say, can you pass the Pop-Tart or something?
And they're like, we don't recognize you without the wig, without the whole look on. Have you started thinking about your speech? Or your category?
No. Oh my God, no. I actually thought you were going to say something about the dress.
Well, have you also started thinking about the dress?
I have, in the sense of like, over the years you wear different colors. So you go, I've worn the red, I've worn the purple, I've worn the blue. So what color's left? I've worn the black. So I feel like I should wear, like, I look at your hair as inspiration. This is the color I think I need to ask a designer to make. I'm going to take
I completely support that. Whoever wants to make anything in this color, like, please do it.
Love it.
Yeah, but you haven't started thinking about the speech at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, this has been so much fun.
Thanks.
Talking
it's such
to
a
you.
delight being here, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is streaming on Amazon now. More AM to DM is up next.